And the mayor's race is almost over. Or is it? Tomorrow is Election Day, and unless the mayor can grab 50% of the vote, we'll be doing it all over again in November.
So what will it take for the mayor's challengers to prove the polls wrong and make this a race? That's what News 13's Alex Goldsmith tried to find out today. Alex?
Jessica Dick, one political expert I spoke to, says don't count on an extended election season unless the city's voters get unexpectedly enthusiastic. It's Election Eve, and Mayor R.J. Berry is doing a lot of walking and talking. Despite a September poll that put his support above 60%, he's not taking anything for granted.
And you trust that they'll go out and vote, and they'll vote as they see fit, and hopefully at the end of the day they give you that chance.
But neither of Berry's challengers are calling it quits. Former APD Sergeant and true underdog Paul Hay was putting up campaign signs tonight in a last-minute push.
That's definitely 100 feet from the building.
The race's lone Democrat, former Albuquerque Public Safety Director Pete Donnelly, is still fighting too. Both men are pinning their hopes on a lot of city voters showing up.
I think we've run a good race with the money we've had, and the approach we've taken has been a very grassroots. So I'm hoping that tomorrow we're going to have a bigger than normal turnout.
The biggest thing is the city has got to get out and vote. Don't let 13% of this city decide who's going to be your next mayor.
But UNM political science professor Gabe Sanchez says he's expecting a low turnout this year. That bodes well for Berry, not for Donnelly.
What that does for that electorate is makes it older, more white, and more affluent than what the overall demographics in the city look like when turnout is that low. So I really don't see him having anything other than a puncher's chance at forcing the runoff.
The polls close tomorrow at 7. No candidate for mayor has topped 50% of the vote on the first ballot in the past 40 years. Back to you.
Okay, Alex, if nobody gets more than 50% tomorrow, there will be a runoff election in mid-November. A proposed late-term abortion ban would also be on that ballot. City Council President Dan Lewis says he won't put a stop to a vote on a late-term abortion ban. City Councilor Trudy Jones is proposing a bill that asks a judge to halt the November 19th special election and determine if the ban is constitutional. Supporters collected signatures to get the ban on a ballot, but there's been some questions about whether the ordinance will hold up under state law. Councilor Lewis says because the supporters followed city rules, they're entitled to an election, and he won't allow the bill to be introduced at Wednesday's meeting.
The Albuquerque